GSL.
Welcome back to the GSL Code A. Artosis and Wolf here. Been here all day, gonna be here all night.
I'm gonna be here all day tomorrow and the day after that.
That's true. But then you do have a day off before doing Pro League for 3 days straight.
Yeah, and then
so
3 more days of Code A, double days.
That's right, and then but you have a day off before 3 more days of Pro League.
Yeah, so I got 2 days off.
Yeah, that's only like 6 days a week.
Well, can sleep and stuff. It's all good.
A little bit, at least. All right, ZVZ time, Wolf.
Yeah.
Is it going to be Mass Roach versus Mass Roach?
Probably.
Decent chance.
Especially on merry-go-round, I don't think there's a high chance we're gonna see a big early speedling attack or an early pull. I mean, on a 3-player map, you're more likely to see an early pull than you are on a 4-player map. But
yeah.
I just still don't think we're gonna see it.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see like a cheesy maneuver here, actually.
By Armani,
when I'm starting to think about
I think I could see actually.
Even Dark, I wouldn't be too surprised because. Wait, I'm trying to remember because we've seen like 3 new maps today. The size of the ramp at the natural. Isn't this the one that actually took for Protoss buildings? It took like the core, the forge, and the gateway.
Yeah, I think so. And it's
with that takes a lot of buildings, a lot of creep. I think that we could definitely see some aggression.
Well, I think this is also a map with a huge distance between the main and the natural.
Yeah. All these things make it really hard to defend against speedlings and whatnot.
Yeah. Well, let's jump into the ZVZ.
All right, up here in the top right, our Zerg player 1 of 2.
Dark.
SK Telecom Zerg.
There he is. Quite a good player. He's been winning me over every season a little bit more.
Yep, and his opponent in the blue.
Armani.
He's about to get himself 9-fooled by Dark.
Yeah, and again, I'm not too surprised just because of the size of that ramp, the distance to the natural from the main, all these things like, for those of you who don't quite get why, like for instance, the size of the ramp matters because you're supposed to wall it in against things like speedling rushes. The distance is really important. Like look how far the actual ramp in the main base is from the creep. It takes a while for Queens to get there to help defend.
Yeah.
And then they have to, of course, walk all the way down, possibly to a wall-in. When it gets far, then suddenly it's like, well, you know, you're going to have a very hard time. I'm going to stretch you very thin very quickly just by making lings.
Yeah. Well said. I mean, it's tough to pull drones to defend a hatch if you're up against a really early pull timing. You lose more mining time. Well, let's see. I mean, he's going to find out pretty soon here. Actually, they're both going to know in a second that neither of them are spawning to the top left.
Well, that leaves 1 place left.
Yeah, so they're both going to know like at the same time, oh, we both scaled the wrong direction. But
look how many drones are being made by Armani before his pull.
And they're both also going to not know each other's pull timing with this. They're only going to know the spawning location.
That's right. Well, he's going to know relatively soon with this Overlord flying over where the lings are going.
Yeah, that's what's going to tell him.
Yeah, and that's going to scare him a little bit, for sure. There they are. Can't be happy about that. That's quite a late pull. You even got the gas before, and you got like 3 or 4 drones before it as well.
Gas is going up as well for Dark. He's, of course, going to commit to the banelings after this. And his Queen's going to pop out so he can get some extra production. And that spawning pool is so late that he can try to juggle around and pick off some of these drones here.
Yeah,
take away some
spawning pool's in such a funny location. It makes a nice hole for a Queen to stand in, but as of right now, that's like a hard thing to actually go around. Like for instance, if he's waiting for lings, he can put some damage on the pool. But he's going to continue to microverse these drones, really costing him a lot of mining time so far.
Yeah, he's going to pick one off here, it looks like.
Pick a few off, in fact.
Yeah.
4 killed? No, 3, 4? Okay. So far, 4 killed, and this brings him to very similar drone counts, but the thing is, Dark is actually mining non-stop, whereas Armani is not.
And he's actually not going into banelings. It looks like he's going to go into possibly just a speedling timing off of.
It could be. You know, this is a wide ramp, and after you've killed that many drones, is your opponent going to be able to get enough Queens, push the creep, and build evolution chambers, enough of them, to actually make a wall in against speedlings?
On this map, it seems unlikely that
yeah,
this
it seems
timing.
pretty difficult to do, so I think it's a good choice overall.
Wow, this is the type of build I expected to see from Armani to start things off. Not Dark so much.
I really like players that are better than their opponent in a matchup like CBZ that can be, you know, a little bit volatile, but are willing to go for the aggression, knowing that it's going to be good on the map and that they can execute well. You know, of course, there's a risk that your opponent does shut it down and you lose to a lesser player, but I respect that in something like CBZ. There's something about using something that's consistent on a volatile matchup.
Yeah, there's some players that come to mind about this. The first one is DRG.
Yeah. Then
I think Life, and then I think Hyun. Like, these three players are the ones that like will seem to be aggressive more often against players that they're better than.
Yeah, Hyun, I think, actually does it too much, to be honest, in my opinion. I love the guy, but sometimes a little bit too aggressive.
Yeah, perhaps. All right, speed kicks in here. Spinecrawler finished just in time. And actually, the counter speed is going to be up. He's not even getting his own Baneling Nest. He's just deciding to mine more minerals. And with the Spine up and additional Queens popping out, I don't think he necessarily even needs them. It's a wide ramp, but he has a lot of damage to do here to help deal with those Banelings. And the ramp is actually, you know what, looking at it, it's not as wide as I thought.
It's still pretty reasonably wide. It's not like a Daedalus Point ramp or something, especially not the original Daedalus Point.
Oh no!
But a lot of lings being made.
He has to deny the scout, right? Or else, I mean, the whole plan is shut.
Yeah. Well, notice how he just brings a small group down the ramp to make it look like, okay, you were chasing me, I made a few more lings. Uh-oh.
He just showed it all.
He showed it. He knows. Time to make a wall.
Spines, or three, structures going up here.
Yeah, see, 3 buildings plus the queen. So it's kind of wide, but luckily that little destructible pile of stuff there is helping out.
So many Banelings being made here. Toza's 13.
Quite a few, yeah.
That's the unlucky number here for Armani, perhaps, if he doesn't hold this. The Banelings will break through part of this wall, but at a very expensive cost.
Yeah, this is a lot to kill off a piece of a wall. He does have a lot more speedlings than his opponent as well, though.
He's actually going to maybe re-wall this. Not quite. Here they come. All of them are through. Great Baneling hit there. The second one is decent as well. Despite the transfuse, there goes the spine, and he's broken through our toes. This is not looking good for Armani.
No, it certainly is not. He's already lost a queen as well. Looks like both these other queens going to be able to go down very quickly. Another Baneling coming up this ramp, going towards that drone line.
He doesn't even waste it there because he knows the speedlings alone can kill those drones. And here we go. What's he going to hit?
Still not using that Baneling.
He doesn't have to, right?
Yeah, I like him keeping it alive. No reason yet. May as well save it for the lings he knows have to be made.
Exactly. Decent hit there. And now 21-9. Way too many Zerglings here. That's going to be... I think that's going to be all she wrote.
Yeah, it has to be all she wrote. Armani has no chance to come back here. He's lost way, way too much. And I got to say, I really feel like Dark chose a good strategy. He executed it very well. And kind of slammed Armani for trying to get away with a little bit too much in the matchup.
That was a really good hide on the lings, too, on the main base. That's really important.
He did get to see him a lot quicker than maybe he should have, but still wasn't enough time.
I have to feel for Armani a little bit here. You know, he hasn't played too many televised matches, and now he's 0-3 in the group. And I think he was already feeling a little bit of nerve issues. Look at his face. You know, he seems like he's really feeling the pressure right now.
Well, you know, you come into a group having practiced as much as you possibly can, probably putting some sort of expectations on yourself. But
absolutely,
losing here, I don't think is that big a deal in the course of his career. He's a new upcoming pro gamer. To have made it into Code A is very, very difficult. You know,